Blip blop bang.
Hey, what's up, Kendo? As you can see, I just updated the title. We're gonna play that really weird Japanese PSN store download of Silent Hill 4 tonight, because that's a port that I want to show off more often, and it was kind of annoying to download it in the first place. I had to actually make a Japanese account and like put in a Japanese address and everything. I had to use a hotel address because obviously I don't have a real one. But yeah. But I'm pretty much ready. I'm just setting up turning on the console, which you can hear now. Hey, no problem, dude. No problem. Ah, oh, damn it. I don't have it downloaded on here. I'll have to go switch out my consoles. Alright. Give me a sec. I'm gonna go do that. This shouldn't take too long. All right, we are set now. So if I switch my input here, I should have my other PS3 with my Japanese account. Nice. I didn't even have to reset the time and date or anything on here. Nice. Oh. It's double outputting, I hear it. There we go. All right, so check this out. On this PS3, we have here a few games, but one of them you can see is Silent Hill 4. Now, a lot of people say, hey, Silent Hill 4 never came out on PS3. Why do you have it on your PS3? Well, it actually did come out in Japan only as a digital download. Now, I don't know. There's like some speculation as to why it never came out in the States. I don't know exactly why that is. But this version is a little buggy. I don't want to say notoriously buggy. It's not that bad, but it is a little buggy. It has like some shadow glitching and there's a little bit of like audio-visual desync going on. But I also have the Japanese PSN store version of Haunting Ground and Siren right here. So, and I also have a couple of PlayStation 1 games too, like LSD. And another one is Metal Gear Solid. This is the Japanese version here. So all Japanese voices as well. So yeah, let's say we get started. Because I'm not in the business of wasting anyone's time. Enigma was talking about this port last night, and that's what made me want to try it. Because I haven't streamed this port in fucking ages. So. Yeah, it's going to say unsupported signal and do a bunch of weird shit, because that's just what it does. Oh, so I'm probably going to have to actually, like, pull it to the... Yeah, like this, because unfortunately the area around it is like this really grayed out black color. So it's going to be obvious. So I'm probably going to have to leave it centered. Now, what I love about this port, and you might think that this is me being very particular for no reason, but what I love about this port is you can literally just go in here and switch the language. Of course, default is Japanese. You just switch it to English. But the main thing I love is the Japanese control scheme, because in America, they saw fit to switch the X and circle buttons. So just looking at these PlayStation style buttons, it's pretty obvious what their intent was, is X is cancel and circle is confirm. I don't know why, but in America, they switched these. So in America for over 20, actually 30 years now, we've been using, well, not 30 years, but getting close to 30 years. We've used X to confirm and circle to cancel. I don't know why that is. So I prefer the Japanese control scheme, using circle to confirm, because it lets you rest your hand a little bit more comfortably on the right side of the controller. It's not a big thing, but I like it. And of course, you already know we're going to do hard mode, because what's the point of playing this game unless we're going to go hard mode? There is none. So I can slide this over ever so slightly. The only problem is, as you can see, it's kind of jarring when the actual game window ends. You can see it pretty blatantly. Like that very gray area around the actual game window. But I could put it like right here. And then move the chat over to the top here. Oh yeah, and as tradition, we always gotta let the intro video play at least once. Yeah, we always gotta let the intro video play at least once. Here, I'll center it for this. And get my shit off the screen. This is such an amazing intro. I'm pretty sure this was used for one of the E3 trailers. This is a womb. Oh, never mind. I just fixed it. What the fuck? The brightness was all jacked up. It was like the HDMI color range was set to limited. I had to put it back to full. Now it's deep black. Let's go. Easy. All right, now we can slide it back over. I should be able to Control Z that shit. Yeah, that looks way better. All right, let's do it. Hard mode. Because that's just what I do. Oh, I love the PS2 blur. I really do. I know the GOG version looks so good and everything, but man, I can't deny I love that PS2 blur. You know, the soft text on everything, and it just has such a unique look to it. Because I know somewhere, deep down in my heart. I'm sorry. Hey, what's up, Yellow? Dude, we're doing something pretty weird tonight. So, a few months back, well, actually years ago now, Dave walked me through the process of making a Japanese PSN account. And there's a few games that are available on their market that are not available in the US market. This is one of them. So we are actually playing, as you can see, on PS3 right now. But literally all you do for these games is you just go into the menu and switch the language to English, and then you're good. So, yeah. But yeah, good old DualShock 2. Best controller ever made, in my humble opinion. Outside of some fight sticks by Hori. And my favorite part is Japanese control scheme. So circle to confirm, X to cancel. Yeah, man. Circle to confirm, X to cancel. First, I don't fucking have any clue why in America they decided to switch these, but even on PlayStation 1, they made X confirm and circle cancel. Like, that makes no sense. They were clearly designed to be cancel and confirm. I don't know. Makes no sense. Tell me one instance where X means confirm. Covered in blood and rust. And this is hard mode, by the way. In 2004, this shit came out before WoW came out. I like to get my shit off the screen when X is on the left side, so maybe they saw it like the left button on a mouse. Yeah. And other people have said like it's more comfortable to press X consistently throughout a game than it is to reach over and hit circle. But I don't know. I think they're so close together, that's not really much of an argument, but makes sense, I guess. Hey, how have you been, by the way? I saw your last title said that you were taking a hiatus. Circle is miles away, especially if you're if you're a lazy bastard, circle is really hard to reach, dude. This dude is tweaking. Yeah, so this version has some weird stuff going on. One of them is an audio desync. So you see where it like kicks back, the animations mess up. Oh, okay, building a desktop, yeah. Whenever that animation hitches, the audio gets desynced a little bit, so. And you'll notice that with dialogue too. Sometimes they'll say things and their mouths don't even move or anything like that. Some emulation FMV bug that Sony wasn't willing to fix to put it out in America, so. That's probably why it never came out here. Yeah, for real. Some fucking Fists of Fury. Dude, I watched Enter the Dragon again recently. That movie is so fucking good still. I know everybody says like, oh, Bruce Lee just made the same movie every time. It's like the guy that surprises everybody and is like an expert at martial arts taking down the big bad boss. It's like, bro, I don't give a fuck. Enter the Dragon is still a badass movie to this day. That shit came out in like 1973. That is a great movie. Fuck right out of here with those shitty opinions.
Oh, man. What
That mine or yours?
dream.
Sorry, we're having Bridget's kind of sick right now, so we had to order some medicine. Nice, Jackie Chan kind of did too. The nice guy who was being, I can't read. The nice guy who was being a nice guy while kicking everyone's ass because, of course, everyone else is an asshole and Jackie's the only genuinely good person. Yeah, or he ends up running away from like a whole gaggle of dudes that are trying to take him out, and he has to do some Buster Keaton shit and like hang from a clock tower and fucking jump from car to car on the freeway. Like all those police story movies. Dude, some of the stunts he did in those are fucking crazy though. He actually almost died many times. He's gonna go, the cord's cut.
The cord's cut.
Canadian actors for some reason. Their accents really come through. Hey, what's up, Pitt? I like that radio, man. Why take the elevator when or why go down the escalator when you can grab onto a pole and slide through a bunch of Christmas lights that electrocute you so badly it almost paralyzes you for life. Seems like the more sensible option. Yeah, on PC, this port is pretty blurry because it's running at PS2 480i, but on PC, there's a 1080p version, and these characters straight up look like Roblox characters, especially in the background. This stuff was not meant to be seen in 1080p, that's for sure. Hey, not much, man. I've been doing good. I'm not actively training anybody at my job right now, so I've just kind of been going into the office and participating in some meetings and stuff, and pretty much it, you know. I got a 3-day weekend because of MLK Day on the Monday, this coming Monday, so figured I'd take the opportunity to do a decently long stream today, and yeah. This is an interesting port of Silent Hill 4 as well. We're playing on PS3. And Japanese controls, because it's a Japanese PSN download. This chest could hold a lot of stuff. Yeah, so they changed up the inventory system for this game pretty drastically. I've always preferred to carry a pistol since ladders, chairs, and mop sticks might not always be available. Yeah, what is that movie where he's like wearing the orange snowboarding gear? It's like the whole one-piece like coat and everything. And he has to jump underneath a ladder and does like a reverse kick to the guy that's chasing after him. I saw the like blooper reel of that, and he actually got fucking bodied by that ladder. I can't remember which one it is, but it's the one where he skis off the edge of a cliff and onto like a helicopter ladder. Yeah, he got fucking destroyed by that ladder. Every time he missed, he got like a giant bruise on his stomach because he had to jump right through some of the rungs. It's a torn up book. Man, this thing looks like it was written ages ago. Through the ritual of the Holy Assumption, he built a world. You guys see what I mean when I say there's something about, I don't know if it's Gaussian blur, I don't know if that's the word that you would use, but there's this slight soft blur on PS2 games that I just think looks really appealing. When you put these on PC and you sharpen them, like overly sharpen them, it actually makes these games look like shit. It's the same concept of a 2D like side-scroller game where you take away the scan lines. The scan lines are crucial to the way that it looks, but there's something about like the blur of this that looks good. Yes, First Strike. I used to have that on VHS. That's a great movie. Anyways, it exists in a space separate from the world of our Lord. More accurately, it is within yet without the Lord's world. Unlike the world of our Lord, it is a world in extreme flux, unexpected doors or walls, moving floors, odd creatures, a world only he can control. Anyone swallowed up by that world will live there for eternity, undying. They will haunt that realm as a spirit. How can our Lord forgive such an abomination? This part of the book is too damaged to read. It is important to travel lightly in that world. He who carries too heavy a burden will regret it. You can't tab out of this game on PC either. Oh wow, we actually have a decent amount of saves on here. Dude, shout outs to this fucking PS3, man. This thing is the GOAT. This is a fat PS3 with a manufacture date of March 2008. This was right after they got rid of the PS2 backwards compatibility once and for all. So I've taken it apart and I repasted it, but the screws were so old and not super well designed that I pretty much stripped every screw in there. So it ain't coming apart ever again. What's done is done. So I repasted it about 3 years ago, and when it goes, but it's been a tank so far. Disk drive still works, not a single flaw with this thing, so I gotta be careful though. Knock on wood, because I shouldn't be saying all that. Grab a screenshot of that. What happened exactly? Dude, the craziest thing, Pitt, I don't think you were here for this, but the craziest thing I saw was John versus Bushin in his chat. Like, Bushin was basically having a whole, like, emotional breakdown in John's chat, talking about, I thought we were friends, and, you know, I thought we were boys and everything. And John's just like, what? No, why do you keep saying this? That was something. I believe that's what the kids call a crash out. The TikTokers. Did he have a crash out on stream? He had a Phantom Tax Ohio crash out on John's stream.
Hope my luck changes before the party.
The audio is also better on this version. On PC, it does like some really hard panning to the right and left to where you'll only hear things in the right or left channel. On PS2, the audio is much better mixed. It's just a better mixing. The PC version also uses a European executable, so it says like mum a lot of times, and it has like color with a U, and a lot of the words have U's and stuff. So on PC, it says mum, why don't you wake up? But on, you know, Japanese and American version, it says, Mom, why doesn't you wake up? What's up, Dr. Red? By the way, did that Knuckle do versus, what was that guy's name? The dude that's friends with, why can't I remember his name? The dude that played Birdie like all of Street Fighter. Mena RD. Did Do ever money match that dude, or did that just not happen? I thought they were supposed to have a Guile mirror for 10K or something like that. Or people were trying to get that to happen. Well, anyways, so a lot of interesting stuff about this game. Kaba, yes. Did they ever money match? Never happened. You gotta love it. Talking all that shit, and the dude just vague posts and is like, I guess the good times are over. Dude, stop vague posting and put up the money. What are you vague posting about in 2024? Anyway, so there's a now defunct website. I talk about this every time we play this game because it's pretty interesting. There's a now defunct website that was used to promote this game, and in that website, it tells you that Henry Townsend, our main character, his occupation is a photographer. So that's why he's got all these photos outside of this one that he says was given to him by the superintendent. Most of the photos in here he most likely took. Hey, what's up, Mal? And yeah, R.I.P. David Lynch, indeed, man. That guy made some of the most unique and interesting movies. Yeah, we're doing the Japanese PSN download port because, you know, I haven't given this port any time of day, and it's got some interesting things going on with it. So this is a photo of the outside of South Ashfield Heights. I was immediately attracted by the outside of the building as well as the view from the window here. When I moved here 2 years ago, it almost felt like I was being drawn here. All right, so we need to get some chalky milk out of here. Yeah, we were talking about, in Enigma's stream last night, we were talking about this port, and I was telling him, like, yeah, it has really glitchy shadows, and the audio gets desynced, but outside of that, it's like a perfectly serviceable port. And I actually recommend, you know, if people don't want to spend, I don't know, $40, $50 to get a physical Japanese copy, just get this. It's totally playable. Like, yeah, there's a couple cutscenes where the audio gets really badly desynced, but it's not like it ruins the whole experience, you know? It's still a perfectly fine port, and it's like $12. It's like, what is it, like 1,300 yen or something like that? Or 1,200 yen? Okay. RE1 OG is finally available. Instantly, director's cut, TBH, but I don't care. Oh yeah, dude, I was talking about, there's something that the PS2 version of this game does that the PC one just cannot replicate, and it's that slight blur along with the noise effect. Just gives it such a distinct atmosphere, you know? The depth of field blur is really kind of brutalized on PC. That whole effect gets ruined because it's over sharpened at 1080p.
I wonder if I can get out this way.
Yeah, our RE3, I believe, is still not available on GOG, but 1 and 2 are. They're pretty good ports. They're kind of weird, though, because I was trying to play them with this, and when you have to make sure that a controller is connected and no other controller is connected, because it literally is like, you know, the PC ports from the late 90s. I think 3 is on there, but they don't let you install it yet. You can purchase it, but you can't install it, if I remember correctly. Yes, the DOF blur is absolutely essential. I just want to get my fucking camera out of the way of the inventory. So you can actually see it. We were talking about Harmony Korine last stream, Malum. Were you here for that? By the way, have any of you guys ever seen the movie Gummo by Harmony Korine? It came out in 1997. Because that's probably going to be our next watch party. That is a fucking weird movie. So you can actually hold your run button to crawl faster here. So I'm holding up and X like this to crawl ever so slightly faster. Little trick. You know, tricks of the trade, as we say. Now, it can crash here. It's crashed in the past, so once we get past this cutscene, we're kind of in the clear, though. And, of course, they start the game with the sluttiest character by far, and, like, the outside of Maria, I'd argue Cynthia is almost a little bit worse than Maria, though, because it's her whole character. RE0 is getting a remake? Really? That's a weird choice. I would have said Code Veronica first, but... Because Code Veronica is actually more story relevant than Zero. Zero is just a prequel, and you can get through the original game just fine without knowing what the events of Zero are. Alright, so we survived. Oh, you see that bar? Yeah, so there's this hard line under him. This is another bug of the shadows that you'll see sometimes. And you can see the shadow is drawn only above or below that line. So that's how you know that line's not supposed to be visible. Yeah. So yeah, there's a little bit of buggy shadows going on here, but again, it's nothing like game breaking. Nothing game breaking. But you can see like here, you can see that line is being drawn again. So yeah, some weird stuff you'll notice. All right, this track is called Silent Circus.
Who are you? What's your name?
By the way, if anybody can tell me the font of these subtitles, I would appreciate it. Because I would like to make my stream chat match the Silent Hill font, specifically of this game.
This is my dream, and you don't even know my name. It's Cynthia.
Your dream.
That's right.
Not fully fledged, so what is it,
Just
like
a dream. And a really
condensed
exciting
versions of the game, or what?
I hope I wake up soon.
So you think this is a dream, huh?
Well, if it's not a dream, what is it? Anyway.
Yeah.
I want to get out of here, but I can't find the exit.
Dude, the developer of this chat plugin is so cool. He came in here and chilled out for an entire stream and talked to me about features he wants to add. And one feature that he just added is you can upload custom fonts.
All alone. I'll do a special favor for you later. It's just a dream, so I might as well have some fun.
One sec. Oh, double stamp. Sorry about that. From my knowledge, it's just rumors. I'm gonna listen to Dude Core's feedback. He said like the green screen is a little too much, and I kind of agree. When we're playing a 4x3 game, we don't necessarily need it. So, from my knowledge, it's just rumors. But apparently, Zero and CVX will be made by the B team behind 3Make in separate ways. Again, just rumors. Well, that's not the worst thing in the world, but I definitely wish that it was not the case. Oh yeah, by the way, you can change the blood color in this game too, and turn the noise effect on and off. But I think you can only mess with the noise effect once you complete the game, but you already know we gotta keep it on. It's crucial to the visual effects, dude. Yeah, the steel pipe charges way faster in the Japanese version, so you guys are familiar with the PC version. Look how fast this shit charges. Sorry. Jeez. Yes, you can hit Cynthia. Try not to do that. But yeah, that's just one of the differences. I don't know if that's just a Japanese version thing or this one specifically, but yeah. This was back in the days where games typically came out in Japan like a good 4 or 5 months earlier, and then once they did all the localization, then they would port them over.
Wait a minute. I think I'm gonna puke.
Yeah, throws his back out, fucking swinging that thing. By the way, YOLO, I just want to say to you that everybody has been asking me to get you back on and have more conversations because they said you were fucking hilarious. The night we talked about tips, and look, if I wasn't already like on very low sleep that night, I would have continued talking, but the thing is we talked until like 5 a.m. and I was like just fucked by the end of it. I could barely like string sentences together by the end of that conversation. Throw his back out swinging. Oh my god, dude. I mean, I'd say not to clip it, but the problem is I already know it's gonna get clipped. That's fine. Hey, speaking of that thing, whatever happened to that Hawk Tuah girl? Did she just disappear forever at this point? I think the last thing she ever did on the internet was like on December 20th saying to contact a law firm, and then she just disappeared. She hasn't uploaded any podcast episodes. She hasn't done jack shit since then. Oh no, I know about the crypto scam thing. I'm like, I don't know if she came back and did anything else. Where could this crazy hole lead to? Now, something I pointed out on the PC version in the past is the shadows are also fucked up on there. If you have the pistol, it just shows up as a square. It's like an unrendered cube in his hand. So the shadows actually render correctly on here where you can see the steel pipe. See? So that's one thing that this version actually does better than PC. Yeah, did you see the guy that was like spearheading her, the guy that was like spearheading her crypto campaign, Doc Hollywood? He changed his account name to literally not Doc Hollywood. And he said like, oh, I'm going to Blue Sky because I'm tired of the death threats. Like, what the fuck? That's like if I did something really fucking stupid and I change my Twitch account name to just say not Stampede G and then I go stream on Kick. As if people wouldn't know that it's still me. Like, come on, motherfucker. We know it's you. Oh yeah, CoffeeZilla cooked his ass. He's like, yeah, I only do this for a living. I only do this for a living. And I can see this, that, and the other on the chain. So don't try to bullshit me. And the guy just goes, no, that's not true, bro. That's not true. Yeah, okay, bud.
Oh, that's just stupid. What am I thinking?
You see the desync there too? Jump Force is wild. There was a point where I was playing a My Hero Academia character versus a One Piece character in a Naruto stage. That's some unadulterated bat chest, dude. Yeah, so these photos here, we can assume were also taken by him because, as he says, it's just a quick shot I took in downtown Silent Hill. It's a nice tourist town about a half-day's drive from here. A photo of the lighthouse near the lake in Silent Hill. It feels a little bit lonely for a tourist town, but it's a nice place to relax and heal your soul. Now, the funny thing is, Akira Yamaoka is credited for doing all the sound design and the soundtracks for these games, and he's a master at what he does. When Homecoming was coming out, which is Silent Hill 5, he went into an interview and said, yeah, Homecoming is unique because it's the only one that doesn't take place in Silent Hill to start out. That's how you know he doesn't know shit about the story. Like, he's amazing in the audio realm, and he's a master of his craft there. But first of all, Silent Hill 3 and 4, neither of them take place in Silent Hill to begin with. We drive there halfway through Silent Hill 3, and this one we only go there through Walter's fucking dream world sequences. So they're basically mental recreations of areas or the outskirts of the town, but we don't actually go inside the town. Anyways, let's get our... Furniture's been here since I moved in. Huh? That's weird. Somebody moved it. Let's get our one and only gun outside of Richard's revolver, but we won't get that until the very, very end of the game. Who could have done it? Easy to use handgun, but not much stopping power. There's a message carved in here. It looks like they used an ice pick or something. The faint hope I had is slowly changing to despair. I've somehow managed to tunnel this far, but no matter what I do, I can't get any farther. The hallway, the windows, the walls. It feels like this room is stuck in another dimension. Eileen never noticed. So if we take a look-see here, we can actually see into Eileen's apartment. And it's a little questionable, a little sus, as they say. And there's also a Robbie the Rabbit, Lakeside Amusement Park mascot back there.
Where did I put that damn broom?
What's up, Stone? That outfit back there that you can see with like the tube top or whatever, that actually is the outfit she wears for the second half of the game. So there's a nice little bit of continuity here. That you can see the purse is kind of rendered more 3D. The rest of it looks really flat. That's because that purse is actually a weapon that we can give her, and she'll swing it at the enemies later on. Norman Bates vibes. Yeah. I recently watched the original Psycho. It holds up super well. I prefer the outfit that her model has right now over that dress. Yeah, that's supposed to be her like getting dolled up to go to the party or whatever. That's why she's wearing that in the second half.
Hurry, save me. If you need a token, there's one here.
And she has like no makeup on at this part in the game, and then when you see her in the other side apartments, I guess you would call them, she has a bunch of makeup on. Yeah, Psycho is a great movie. Hitchcock in general was cooking in the 60s, man. Vertigo, Rear Window. This board doesn't necessarily have big changes, but it is based on the Japanese version, so the inventory icons are a bit smaller down here, as you can see. They're actually really tiny. And melee swings, they charge way faster. It also uses Japanese control scheme, so circle confirms and X cancels. So it's opposite the US control scheme. And you can tell that when you go into options, it asks you to press circle to confirm everything. So yeah. And I also need to save because this version can crash from time to time if we enter the hole and... Oh no, I prefer the faster melee charge. I'll show you once we get back to the subway. Look how fast it is. It's crazy. It's some kind of mannequin. It's got a coin in its hand. Lynch Street line coin. Now, he does note that this looks a lot like Cynthia. Creepy. It sort of reminds me of Cynthia, but like that's really all you're going to say about it. It's clearly her. Like, what the fuck? And it has blood all over the wrist, too. Okay, I'm going to get past here. I'm probably going to take at least one hit. Usually do. Okay, never mind. So here's the charge. Look how fast this charges. It's like 2.8 seconds or something like that to get a full charge. The US version, they made that much slower. So that definitely comes in handy. Yeah. They also changed the name of the pipe, I believe. I think they called it sewer pipe. In this, it's steel pipe. I'm pretty sure they called it sewer pipe in the US version. Not that that really matters, but yeah, there's just small changes like that all across this port that you'll see. You see that glitchy, like, video at the bottom there? That's a big problem that this one has. Whenever an FMV video plays, or whenever an FMV plays, it gives you issues. I think there is some health here, unless I'm thinking of later. Yeah, I'm thinking of later. So right now, I just need to avoid these bastards. Thankfully, no Eileen, so we're not in too much trouble here. Septic tank ultra pipe, yes. That's the upgraded version. Yeah, ghosts are pretty aggressive on hard, so without a medallion, you gotta really make sure your movement's on point. Otherwise, you're gonna get fucked up. Okay, so this opens the car door that Cynthia's in. She's just gonna run to us, but we need to go into the one that she was actually standing at. Interestingly, Cynthia does not need to be right next to us to come into the next room, but Eileen does. So I wish they would have programmed Eileen the same way as Cynthia, because then we could have just run and done whatever we needed to do. And it really makes the second half of this game a lot more of a chore than it needs to be. So for Cynthia, you can just run as fast as you want. She'll always catch up. So why they made that change, I don't know. Yeah, cutscenes are laggy in this because it's some like internal PlayStation emulator that they were using. Oh, never mind. You're talking about Jump Force, but yeah, they are laggy in this too. So same thing would be applicable to both. All right, so I believe there's either some health or ammo up here that I can grab. Yes, a little bit of ammo. Small diameter bullets for use in the pistol. Not very powerful. Man, those tiny like inventory icons are kind of throwing me off. They're actually microscopic in this. And of course, we're not worried about Cynthia getting hurt because knowledge havers already know what happens to her. So we're not really concerned about whether or not she follows us. And it's scripted that she gets separated from us here anyway, so. Well, no spoilers. Oh, God. Okay, so we need to go over to this side and unlock this. It's going to make our life way easier when we come back here later. All right. Don't need to go out. I just need to have it unlocked. So the ammo values are different depending on the difficulty. Of course, we're playing on hard, so that's where the 8 bullets comes in. On normal, you get 10, and on easy, you get 12. So we're playing with the highest damage, or the lowest ammo counts possible in this game.
I found the exit. Come to the turnstile. I found the exit. Come to the turnstile.
You can get super unlucky here and take a ton of damage if you're not careful. One sec. I'll have to grab some medicine when it gets here in just a sec, but yeah. Also, one of the things that is kind of love or hate about this game is they drastically reworked the inventory system. So you get 10 slots, and that's it. In older games, the ammo and the health would stack, so you would have 16 in one slot, but in this game, it's not the case. Ammo is stored box by box, and health drinks are stored bottle by bottle. Health kits are the same way. Ampules, weapons, everything takes up a slot. You get 10, no way to expend it, so it is what it is. That's definitely a love or hate part of the way this game works. It's either going to piss you off or you're cool with it, but it is definitely something that you're going to have to get used to because there's no way around it. Ooh. Okay. Not bad so far. Last one. Yes. That's the last one. Okay. Something else that's really good about that is only really possible on the console versions. On PC, the controls are not truly analog. It's like if you use a stick, it's like still mapped to cardinal directions on the keyboard. So you get really jerky movement sometimes. But on here, you actually get full analog movement. So you can get a lot, more granular, a lot better movement in general as possible with your analog stick. Oh, that audio was weird. Women's makeup items are scattered on the ground. These must be Cynthia's. There's a plate on the door. Placard from Subway World. It shows a woman and says temptation. Yeah, so look at, you guys know this by now, but this is how I like to play these games. I like to just stock up on everything and fill our item box in the first half, because remember, the first half is kind of free. The apartment heals us, but once we get to the second half of the game, that is not the case. So you want to stock up now, and once we actually get Eileen and the apartment starts to hurt us and we don't heal for free, that's when we need to make use of the items that we're going to collect now. So that's kind of the key to making a hard playthrough. Honestly, pretty simple.
Are you okay?
It's just a dream, right? I think I drank too much last night. I never got to do that special favor for you. I feel like I'm dying.
It's okay. It's just a dream.
Wow. There's no love lost in Dr. Red's house right now. He said, oh, she died? Lol. Keck W.
Cynthia.
They showing manga panels in a cutscene. Let's go.
Man, what's What's that noise out there?
Yeah, this is another point where you can clearly hear the voice actors are Canadian. When you hear the police over the radio, like transporting her body. I can make my camera slightly smaller. It's a little bit too big. There we go. That's fine. I don't need to dominate the whole screen, dude. Gotta leave space for the game. Okay. Yeah, so every time that we complete one of these levels, he actually has something different to say about these photos. So now he says, it's a photo of the Silent Hill Church. It was just a quick snapshot, but if I stare at it, I feel like I'm being sucked in. It makes me feel so strange. And then these as well. It was a nice sunny day when I snapped this shot in downtown Silent Hill. The air was so fresh and I felt so good. It's the lighthouse near the lake in Silent Hill. There was an old amusement park by there. Yeah, so we know the lakeside amusement park is somewhere nearby. There are so many weird stories about Silent Hill, but looking at this scenery, it's hard to believe that any of them are true. Does he say anything about that? This is my bed. Wow. Amazing insight, Henry. Let's go. Incredible. Simply incredible. Anyways, we don't necessarily need to grab the chocolate milk right now, but I'm going to.
Quit yapping and move her already. Damn, she's got numbers carved into her chest. I wonder if...
We're in no rush. We're just going to take our time. What's up, Wing? We're just going to take our time. Because I've noticed the last few playthroughs I've done of this game, I really rushed for some reason. And like, bro, I don't have to work for the next 3 days. So who am I rushing for? Whose standards am I trying to abide by? I'm sorry. I got in my own feelings. Okay. Although the cult itself is gone, I'm sure the spirit of it is still alive. There are too many strange things happening in that town. I'm investigating 2 people, or maybe I should say just 1. I've just about discovered what's going on. I think we already got the chocolate milk out, but we threw it in the, yeah, we threw it in the item box. And we're going to assemble our war chest. So let's get these bullets in here. And the health drink, because we don't need it. Don't need this, don't need this. Realistically, don't even really need this. So I'm just going to take the steel pipe. And the chocolate milk. That's all we need. Oh yeah, and I'm also gonna, I think I just saved, never mind. The only chance that this port really has to crash is when you first enter a new world. The hole's getting bigger. So you kind of want to be wary of that. It's not like a guaranteed thing, but it's definitely something you want to be aware of.
Hey, everybody.
That was so loud. And I say this every time we play it, but I think it's really interesting, so I'm going to say it again. This and Metal Gear Solid 3 were being developed at the exact same time. And so they actually borrowed a lot of the trees from that game to put into Forest World. In fact, I half wonder if it's part of the reason why they even chose to include a forest world in this game. But yeah, a lot of the same trees are in both Metal Gear Solid 3 and this for that reason. Demolishing a bag of M&Ms. Yeah, I can't be doing that these days, man. I have like 1 sugary item per month now. At the most. I try to keep my sugar intake as low as humanly possible. I'm gonna grab these bullets. Probably gonna take a bunch of damage for this, but Forest World is fairly safe otherwise. So I'm okay to take a few stray hits here. Okay. That actually wasn't that bad at all. I believe there's way more in this on hard, but yeah, I'm probably gonna take maybe one more at least. Never mind, we're good. I love the glow of the headlights here. It's stopped with the brake pedal engaged. There are all sorts of things scattered on the seat. Among the trash is a scrap of paper with something written on it. It's been a while since I came here to Silent Hill. Maybe I'll meet the devil this time. But whenever I come to a cool place like Silent Hill, I always get real thirsty. Jasper Gain. There's a memo pad in there too. I'm not sure what that nosy guy meant when he said his home is the orphanage in the middle, the lake is northwest, so the opposite is southeast. The nosy guy said one other thing I don't understand. If you bring the dug-up key, you can't go back. Put it away somewhere before you return there. Dude, Wang, did you see the new series of Pokemon cards that's at like Costco or whatever? I saw a video of people like running in and basically fighting each other to buy all the stock out and scalp on eBay as quick as possible. So stupid, man.
There was another guy here before, a real nosy guy, but I was the one who found the stone first. In the old days, the natives called it Nakihona. They used it in a ceremony for talking with their dead ancestors. And now those guys are using it too. Call it the Mother Stone. They're just up ahead in that weird building, operating some kind of crazy religious cult. They used to collect orphans and did things to them. Kind of gives you the chills, huh? This stone.
That was in Canada, yeah. I saw a video of like 4 people. Basically, they open the doors to the Costco. They run straight to the display, and they pick up entire bulk boxes of that, and then they just like run to the checkout. It seriously is like the Black Friday stampedes that we used to see, where people would actually almost die because they were getting trampled. All over a discounted fucking Wii or TV or some shit. Oh, I almost got the dog boost. Not that it would have mattered, but it is what it is. Damn, there's so many dogs here. That's the orphanage run by the cult, huh? Oh my god, they're fucking descending on me, dude. They limit it to 3 a person, yeah. I remember working retail when the NES and the SNES Classic came out, and it was the same thing. It was all like dudes that had 0 interest, and they were all just like talking in the line. Oh yeah, there's idiots out there that'll pay $300 for these stupid things. You know what I mean? They're just talking about how hard they can scalp people. That's all they were talking about in the line. Not a single person was actually there to buy it because they wanted it. They were just talking about how limited it is and how much people are willing to pay. Amiibos were like that for a while too. There was like a Walmart exclusive gold Mario amiibo, and it was the same story that night. We had dudes like basically trying to sneak into the back room to see if we had those.
What are you doing here?
We had to keep telling them to back the fuck up because it was employees only.
You're finally the 3rd revelation. Something's gonna happen. That nosy guy that was here, he said it too. Something big is gonna happen. Finally, it's gonna happen.
He's got the demon from Silent Hill 1 on his shirt. The demon Samael. For context, one box at 65 bucks will be sold on secondary for minimum 140. That's insane. I mean, it's literally more than double. So yeah, across multiple boxes, that's a nice profit, but I don't know, man. Scalpers are so fucking annoying. But yeah, the night that gold Mario amiibo came out, dudes were like hovering. There was like a whole crowd of people hovering around the back room entrance. And we had to keep telling them to back the fuck up and that we would bring them out when they're supposed to be out. Like, we're not going to break the street date just because you ask us. I had a guy offer to pay me like 200 bucks for one too. He's like, bro, just go grab me one. I got you. I'm like, no. I can't do that anyway. I'd fucking lose my job. We cannot break street date.
The door won't open.
I'm sure some people might have, but I wasn't going to do that.
Nosy guy gave me something really good. I could let you have it, but not for free. I'm really thirsty.
This is weird. Chocolate milk wouldn't quench thirst anyway. It would just make you more thirsty with all that sugar.
Oh man, that was awesome. Here, take this. There's something written on it.
Yeah, my dad has both the gold and silver. Small spade with a bloody inscription. Written in blood is opposite where the lake and house meet, inside the hand holding on to the ground. Oh, that's an interesting change. So the text is green instead of red. Wait, is it green? I'm colorblind, so that looks green to me. Surely that's not red. In the US version, it's like a really dark blood red. Because it's supposed to be written in blood. So that's an interesting change. Even if it's not green, it ain't the same color. That's my point. Orange, I think. Yeah. It's not the dark red of the US version, that's for sure. Oh my god. We're about to get back to the apartment though, so we're good. Yeah, my dad was huge into collecting amiibos for a while. And then what was that one thing that Nintendo was doing for a while called like Nintendo Labo, where it was like cardboard shit that like gave you new ways to use the gyro controllers and everything? That stuff was really weird. I think they discontinued that fairly quick, unless it's still going on and I just don't know. Totally possible. Yeah, Nintendo does a bunch of weird stuff like that. Oh yeah, I forgot that Ghost Portal's in. Nintendo's always doing some weird shit. It reminds me of how during the Wii era, they just kept releasing like these pieces of plastic you would put the Wii remote in, like a tennis racket and a Mario Kart steering wheel, and like their whole business model about accessories for that was just pieces of plastic you could put a Wii remote inside of. Yeah, I saw the Switch 2 trailer. It looks like mostly identical to me. Yeah, it doesn't look all that different, but I will say I do appreciate Nintendo not involving themselves in this like photorealism rat race that we're in right now. I appreciate that not every single company is trying to chase after hyper realistic graphics, and that Nintendo cares more about the overall quality of the game than making it look unspeakably perfect, you know, indistinguishable from real life. They don't give a fuck about that.
Help me! Help! Let me out of here!
We need at least one company like that.
There's something going on in this room.
What do you mean?
I'll read that in a second, but I see the end and I'm very confused.
Hey, Richard, can you see anything from your window?
No.
More like not close enough, Kendo.
Normal to me. The guy who lives here, what's he like anyway?
I know his name and face, but that's about it.
Well, I'm gonna go call the super.
Yeah, good idea.
Damn it. They can't hear me.
Okay, so I just know I got to GameStop at 6:20 a.m. and almost got into a fight with a lesbian couple, but it's more complicated than that. What, the Mario amiibo situation or the Pokemon card one? The steel and sewer pipe thingy, I believe it's because you know how Japanese are clean person. Oh, so they wouldn't call something a sewer pipe? One was a woman, the other was a... Oh my god. But they were gonna get these hands. Oh my god, he said these hands don't discriminate, dude. If you're in the way of my amiibo, you're getting it. Oh yeah, we gotta put this key up. So the key has an inscription that says the holder of this key will wander for eternity. So yeah, if you try to just run back, then it will loop you forever. So yes, you need to make sure that you've put the key up, go back to the orphanage. How do I see my status again? R2, okay. Run back to the orphanage, use the hole that's next to the orphanage entrance, get your shit, and then you're good to go. Dude, there's so many stories of... Oh, what's up, Shadow Man? Yeah, Shadow Man showed me an x-ray, and he, like, chipped a bone in his finger during a baseball game. What happened was a baseball game a while back, and I hit my hand on something that made hit, but it didn't seem for it to be a Dorito chip. Yeah. Yeah, dude, bones are surprisingly fragile if you hit them the right way. It's crazy. It's crazy how fragile but durable humans are at the same time. You know? Like, it's crazy what the human body can survive, but it's also crazy how easy you can injure yourself if you're not careful. Oh my god, look at this. Yeah, I'm probably going to take a lot of damage here. Good lord. Alright, so we're going to use this hole now, get our key, and then good to go. You will not lose a finger, dude. They'll be able to put a splint in it and you'll be good. You should be alright. Yeah. Because bones have all that bone marrow inside of them, so they're a lot less rigid than you might think. But still, something can only bend so far before it breaks. Dude, you shouldn't push yourself, though. If that's going to put strain on your hands, I wouldn't stream. But then again, typing in chat's probably not ideal either, unless you're typing on a phone with your thumbs or something. Oh, you didn't get it. So you've had this issue for 4 months and you weren't having it looked at? Did it just start to hurt all of a sudden? Alright, so if you notice, Jasper is gone now. Or no, he's still here. The rusted bloody key. Still drinking that chocolate milk, by the way. This heater, this is actually the model from Silent Hill 3, where we put the kerosene into the wine bottle.
did here.
It's falling apart and I can't even read most of the pages. Here's a part I can read. The second sign, and God said, offer the blood of the 10 sinners and the white oil. Be then released from the bonds of flesh and gain the power of heaven. From the darkness and void bring forth gloom, and gird thyself with despair for the giver of wisdom. The third sign, and God said, return to the source through sin's temptation, under the watchful eye of the demon. Wander alone in the formless chaos. Only then will the four atonements be in alignment. Now, I know that Jasper is horribly dying, but I want to show this because this is one of the more interesting things in here. This book, this open book here. There's a scribbled note. So Twin Perfect thinks that this might have been written by somebody like Claudia Wolf, but it definitely seems to have been written by someone who's in charge, so to speak. Have you found Alessa yet? How is Walter's progress coming along? Send me a report. All right, now we'll go check on him because he's dying horribly. It shows a baby and says source. Imagine the recording session for this, by the way. It must have been awkward as hell.
I finally met him! The one the nosy guy talked about! The devil!
Just walk in. Hey, dude, chill out. It's not that serious. Stop dying. There's a guy.
Special news report.
Hey, what's up, real Mr. Pink?
The burned corpse of a 30-year-old male was discovered earlier today.
What's your gain at?
Ruled it a homicide and are investigating. The numbers 17121 were reportedly carved into the man's body. Due to the marks on the victim, the police are investigating possible links to the Walter Sullivan case 10 years ago.
And also what, yeah, 30 is way too high. You want to use around 23 to 25. Here, I'll show you. Let me save really quick and then I'll show. I saw the deleted message, by the way. Oh my god. Are you using an SM7B, by the way? I should have also asked that. Yes, okay. So check this out. Let me switch my monitor input here. And Go XLR Mini. Well, Go XLR Mini, I mean, it's not like busted, but I do know that the phantom power is not as strong in that. So let me go ahead and... No, you're fine, dude. You're fine. Don't worry about it. So right here, this is where mine is set at. So the rest of... I have 27, which is fairly high for my gain. You don't want to use 27, though. That's just particular to me because I talk so damn close. This makeup gain right here, this is where you want to get the rest of your volume from. So you can just straight up copy my settings if you want while I have them on the screen. Feel free to copy all my gate settings and everything like that. Go for it. And see if that works any better for you. But the number one thing also, make sure your cathedral pipes is nowhere near your mini. You need to get it far away from the mini because whether it's the cloud lifter or the cathedral pipes, they will both have interference issues if they're too close to the interface. So I have mine like on the edge of my desk, and then the mini is a whole like 3 or 4 feet away from it. Or the full-size Go XLR, but you get the idea. So feel free to copy all my settings. If you want to copy the EQ, you can. But compressor makeup gain is where you're going to get the majority. See that? This is really, really clean, so that's how you're going to get the rest of your volume. I know, I saw the deleted message, dude. Yeah, you have to make sure it's a decent distance away because it for whatever reason, the Mini, I think because the Mini has all the grills on the side, some of the electronics can emit a little bit of interference, and if it's too close, that'll give you the issue. So yeah, just be sure to move it away, and you can copy all my settings. You can pull back the VOD and look at them if you want to. So we'll go ahead and get back to the game. But yeah, don't worry about bothering me, dude. I'm very obsessive about audio, and anytime I can try to help somebody out, I like to do that because I know it's annoying to set up in the beginning. How do I get the best out of mine? Should I be closer and turn the volume knob up? You want, generally, Dr. Red, you want lower gain. So, appreciate that. You want lower gain, so you want to keep it below 50% and speak really close. For yours.
Are you in there, Henry?
Help me! There's something wrong with this room! Help! Let me out of here!
Is anybody home?
Appreciate the pink name to go along with Real Mr. Pink, and also Reservoir Dogs is a great movie. That movie sparked like an hour-long conversation about tips the other day. Yep, actually James's dad. Canonically, it is James's dad.
That's strange. That's the right key. I'm sure I heard something in there. Yeah. That sound. It's the same one as back then.
I gotta move this ever so slightly. Here we go. I had to sit really far off to the side to be centered. Now I'm like right in front of it. Yeah, so now we can see 2 extra hands on the wall since we first saw this. So now there's a 16th on the bottom right, and then there's a whole new row starting with number 17. And that'll come into play later. All right, so we have, well, let's put this placard up because we're not going to need it. Realistically, the only thing we're going to need for building world or water prison is, well, really we don't need anything, but I just like to bring the pistol just to be safe. Because water prison first time is one of the safest areas in the whole game as long as you know where you're going, so. Yeah. Man, the hole has changed again, and I think I can hear children's voices. Dude, the fucking Minecraft community, I used to think the beauty community on YouTube was the most dramatic. No, it's the Minecraft community, and there's no close second. Holy shit, that community is full of drama. All the time, they're just, oh, this streamer said this, and that streamer said that, and response videos to each other, and fucking Twitter mobs going after each other on both sides. Like, holy shit. Gotta be so fucking annoying to deal with, man. And they all have sub counts in like the tens of millions, so the amount of people that get into Twitter spats over the videos they upload is just insane. You know what's funny though, Real Mr. Pink? I swear that company is probably wondering what the hell's going on, because you know I've been contacted by at least 10 different people who've bought that cathedral pipes. They're probably like, what is going on, dude? Somebody put the word out there. It was me. I'm not affiliated with them in any way, though. Dude, the Dark Souls, Elden Ring, etc. community is a hellhole. Same with Rockstar. Yeah. Oh, I can't wait. Dude, whenever GTA 6 drops, we're going to get the most fake laughing, gaping mouth thumbnails ever. Whenever GTA 5 came out, it was the same thing. Like, literally everything. You're like, oh, bro, let's steal a car. Just fake laughing. all the time. And it would be like 10 straight minutes of two guys just fake laughing at fucking everything. So that's exactly what we're going to get with GTA 6. Anyways, lucky I finally escaped from the cell. I decided to take a careful look around this building. The scariest place was the first floor basement. There's a kitchen in the northeast, but next door in the northwest is a death chamber. To get in there, you have to punch in the right numbers. I don't know the numbers, and it was too dark to even see the panel, so I didn't go in. Yeah, if anybody doesn't give it a perfect 10 out of 10 or 5 out of 5, they're just going to be lambasted and said that they don't know what the fuck they're talking about. I remember GTA 5 came out and GameSpot gave it a 9 out of 10, and they like roasted the shit out of the person that reviewed it for months on end. To get to the surveillance rooms in the middle of this complex, you have to use the corpse disposal chutes in the cells. However, on the first and second floors, these cells are locked. That's so the kids wouldn't discover them. So you have to get on the first floor from one of the cells on the third floor. I know how to do it, but it's really a pain. Also, the lights only work on the third floor. Yeah, but the difference is their laughing is legitimate and you can tell. You know? You can always tell when it's bullshit. So we gotta go down here to grab a key. Oh, champagne bottles. Bum, bum. Is that a medallion? It is. Here's our first spirit or saint medallion. If you wear this, it repels the ghosts and they move a lot slower, so. Yeah, those streams were actually funny. See, look, if you have the pistol out, you can actually see the model of the pistol. It's not just like an unrendered square on this version. It's kind of tough to see because the shadows are so soft. But yeah. This key is really, really tough to see. You can see it hanging at the top of that sign, but just barely. Most people straight up miss this when they play for the first time, and it's understandable. They needed to make that more obvious. This game has a couple of pain points like that. Like the whole silver bullet thing to use against Ghost Andrew. There's no way you would know that just based on the clues that it gives you. You pretty much just have to either look up a walkthrough or be told. It's definitely more of a beginner's trap than the other ones. Damn. Oh my god. Oh, he tried it though. Alright, cool. So that's the key for this door here. This part here gives me very Big Shell vibes from MGS2. Look at that. Man, I just remember the first time ever playing this game when I was super, super young and just having no fucking idea where to go. I was stuck in the water prison for so long because I just had no idea what to do. Reading comprehension wasn't my strong suit. Wait, don't I have to open the gate on the roof? Pretty sure I do. Let's go ahead and do that. Because that turns the power on. I'm gonna have to go refill my coffee in a second too. I'm already out somehow, dude. Me and Dr. Crazy will have full-on convos about voice cracks and people puping themselves while also randomly saying words of our own inside jokes, then giggle and insult each other's entire bloodlines while eating and screeching, then have a deep convo about life. You know, those are the invaluable streams, dude. They really are. You realize as time goes on that those are the ones you really appreciate. Except with him, you just hear him infinitely scrolling TikTok. Dude, which is going to come to an end soon, apparently. On the 19th, like, it's either going to be banned or it's going to be sold, and there's nothing else. to be said about it. Like, it will be gone. I think one more. No, that's the bloody bed. That wouldn't be it yet. Got it. Okay, so pretty much this is where we align the bloody beds. I'm not going to read the memos about it because it's basically just explaining to you how the puzzle works, and I know how the puzzle works, so we're good. This floor cannot be moved, so we have to align them all with this. Ooh, look at that weird, like, blur. You see that line being drawn? That's what I mean when I say glitchy shadows. So here. So we're going to have to go to the second and third floor and put the other bloody beds here. So I think the first one is like right here. No, it's one more. It's right here. Yep. Yeah, so that moved it to here. Yep. So now we're just going to go to 3 more to the left. All right, so that should put it right here, which is what we need. Yep. And one of these also tells you about the 0302 passcode. I want to go home. Yeah, this is the one that tells you about the 0302 memo pad code. The secret number for getting through the door and back of the kitchen this month is 0302. Thanks for your cooperation. So I guarantee that's a reference to the apartment number, but yeah. Yeah, bloody bed is right here, so we're just going to go right twice, and then we'll be good. And then I think after we do this, Andrew's cell gets unlocked. Yep. All right, so now they're all aligned. Yep. This is a really bad desync audio cutscene. I'm going to refill my coffee during this. But yeah, this is where you'll really start to notice the desyncing issues in this port.
Who's that boy? And who are you? His name's Walter. Walter Sullivan. I used to work at the orphanage watching the kids. I'm Andrew DeSalvo. They tried to make it seem like an orphanage, but according to that town's holy scriptures, it was actually the center of their religion. And that kid Walter, he was really into that mumbo jumbo. Especially that descent of the Holy Mother business. It was scary. Oh, God. Oh my God. Oh. My God. Oh my God.
Okay, I totally forgot about that. I come back to just fucking swinging tentacles in the air. Where's Sandwich? Sandwich would appreciate this. Man, Sandwich like straight up disappeared. She said she would stream occasionally, but has not, like, at all. You hate to see it. Here we gotta go up. Alright, so last thing here, we're gonna go to... Oh, last thing here, we're gonna go to the 3rd floor and jump down the bloody bedrooms. New Castlevania animated season just came out and it's straight up fire. Yeah, I heard a lot of people saying very good things about the first one. I don't know, man. I've just not really felt compelled to watch any anime in years, really. 2, 3, 4. There we go. So now we're just going to jump all the way down. Ugh. And then we're good. By the way, these are locked. That's why we have to do it this way. Guys, I fucked up. I ordered something from Puerto Rico, which, as you know, is not attached to the continental United States. For something to get to where I am from Puerto Rico, it has to either go onto a boat or a plane. And it's been stuck in this status for the U.S. Post Service or USPS. It's been stuck where it just says moving through network for like 7 whole days now. So I think I fucked up. There's a high likelihood I ain't getting what I ordered. Watchfulness. It shows an eye and says watchfulness. Whoa. Hey, it's not just me. These are sharper in this version. Dude, the PC version of this, it's a little glitchy. You can see like right here, there's a little bit of a glitchiness. But this static image is 100% sharper. On PC, this looks atrocious. That's a very interesting difference. Look at this. They had a torture room for the kids. What a fucked up game. Well, what a fucked up cult. Is this some kind of cult? I, frankly, am shocked. Puerto Rico, huh? Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it's one of those things, like, I can't complain too loudly because I know that there's weather and shit and it is pretty far away, but I just gotta pay more attention when I order shit. Could certainly be worse, though. Oh yeah, I forgot about the shower after the water prison world. Blood, it's stained with blood. It smells horrible. Just like that water-filled room under the cylindrical prison. The hole's even bigger now. There's a lot of noise coming from inside the hole. I just sneezed and I saw this like electrical worms. Got worried for a second, but I read that's common. Yeah, it's called, I forget what it's called, but it's called like streamers or something like that you see. But yeah, it's like those squiggly lines. Floaters. It's called floaters. Yeah. A lot of people get that as they get older. I get that sometimes too, but I mainly get it if I get lightheaded. Lately, I've been feeling like my life is in serious danger. I've been through a lot in my life, but I've never felt this kind of pure animal fear. In case something happens to me, I've decided to write down what I've learned for whoever you are that's living in the apartment now. I've been investigating the mass murder that took place 7 years ago in which 10 people were killed in 10 days. They were killed in a variety of ways, but the one thing they had in common was that each corpse had the following numbers in order of their deaths carved into them. The name of their killer, it was carved in as well. His name was Walter Sullivan. You can hear that talking in the background too. I found something that's extremely effective against the ghosts. It saved my life. It was stuck into the huge rock in the woods near the orphanage. It's a sword blade with a handmade triangle-shaped wooden handle that has some kind of spell written on it. As a weapon, it's heavy and hard to carry, but somehow it seemed to change in response to the ghost victim's power. Strike when the sword is energized. If you don't reduce their power, your attacks will be repelled. As far as I know, there are only 5 swords in existence with that kind of power. It's extremely valuable. Yeah, that's what I always say. That sounds like a fucking Zelda-ass memo. Strike when the sword is energized. Can I do a quick spin? I don't remember turning this on. Then shut it off, dude. What a clown. Yeah, it's the superintendent and Eileen talking.
How's it going with room 302?
Well, I just tried to open it up, but it looks like something's blocking it from the inside. Anyway, it's not the first time.
Yeah, there's a lot of things that can cause interference, Pink. Like, a ton of different things that can cause interference.
There's something wrong with his whole apartment.
Yeah, there's a lot of different shit that can cause it, so it's tough to determine exactly what it is. I will say trying a higher quality XLR cable did fix some of my issues too. I hate recommending that people purchase different things, but yeah.
Don't worry about it too much. There are a lot of strange things in this world.
Also, send me a sample. You can add me on Discord. I'm just Stampede_G on there too with the same profile picture. Go ahead and send me a couple vocal samples and I'll kind of give you some feedback based on those if you don't mind.
Forget I said anything.
But still. Those noises.
Yeah, there's our extra hand. The way he says that is so fucking weird. There's something wrong with this whole apartment building. Okay, bud. Okay, buddy. That's nice. Did you try my profile without a booster, by the way? I know that's going to be absurd for me to say that, but some people have had better results not using a booster at all. It's bizarre. And I can't really say why, because I've always used the full-size Go XLR. I had a mini for like 3 months before I switched. I didn't have any issues with it. Yeah, absolutely, man. Shoot me a friend request and we'll look further into it. Yeah, see, that's the weird part. Like, that's why I can't determine where the issue is coming in, because, you know, some people with the booster, it fixes all their issues. Some people can't use one without getting interference. It's so weird, man. Audio is a very annoying beast, and, you know, there's never one definitive answer to everything. Yeah, I always recommend people buy the full size, but I understand you can't just fucking go out and spend that type of money. I certainly couldn't. I had to save up for it and do a payment plan and shit. Okay, so we're going into building world. I'm not gonna bother bringing anything except for the pistol. We probably won't even need it, because by the end of building world we get the best weapon in the game, which is the rusty axe. Yes, that's another thing. So apparently it generates 24 volts of phantom power instead of 48. I don't know how true that is. You may want to confirm that with somebody in their Discord. And if that's true, that could be part of the issue, because it's probably not providing nearly as much boost as the full-size one is. But that would be very bizarre if that's the case. I don't know why it would be like that. Oh, what? Alright, I got you added, Mr. Pink. Oh, shit. Yeah, if you look up, you can see these fucking the monkeys jumping across the rooftops, dude. Dude, shoutouts to Brook, by the way. These Brook adapters are so fucking good. They're seriously excellent. I've used the same two adapters for easily 5 years, and I've not had a single problem with them. This is another really badly desync cutscene here. When our boy Richard falls off the...
Ouch! Damn it. Where the hell am I? You're a real person. Hey, you're the guy that lives across from me.
Yeah, my name's Henry.
I'm Richard Braintree, from 207. What the hell's happened to us? That hole in this freaky world. But if you're here too, then there must be something wrong with the whole apartment building. That must explain what happened to that other guy too.
What other guy?
Hey, no problem, man. Appreciate you dropping by. And dropping the follow if that was you. I leave mine anonymous, just that way if somebody wants to lurk and follow, it's not like they get called out on stream, you know? But yeah. We'll talk some more.
Shut himself up in his room and wouldn't come out.
Look at that.
Anyway, I'm getting the hell out of here. You should too, if you know what's good for you.
Wait. Watch out for that kid.
Yeah, it's like the dialogue just plays so fucking early in these cutscenes. I don't know what's up with that. Holy shit, it's so loud. There's a weird sword stuck in his stomach and he's holding something in his hand. So we're going to take the sword and this. And the sword is going to be what we use to stick Andrew with later. The ghost, by the way. I realized that sounded pretty crazy the way I said it, but you know what I mean. You all know what I meant. What the fuck? Get out of my way, dude. What a piece of shit. That's the door I need. Oh my god. What a massive POS he is. Yeah, I'll go and put that on. Alright, the baseball bat is pretty good, but really what we're after is the axe. The axe is the busted weapon of this game. It's a good melee weapon that never breaks, and it's really powerful. So once you get it, pretty much you don't need to bother with any other melee weapons till the very end. Wow, how did he not get that hit? That was weird. Whew, that was so lucky. Vince McMahon hair, dude. We talked about this before, but the Vince McMahon era, especially in the beginning, was so fucking funny. He like fully brought back comedy. Hey, no problem, Wang. Appreciate you hanging out as always, dude. Get some rest. Yeah, I was on... This is like the first time in a long time I was the one who actually got some rest before the stream. Usually I'm the one that's fucking exhausted. The roles have been reversed. Oh, this one. Say, you look a lot like a little punk I saw sneaking around here.
Are you the kid he was talking about? You live in that apartment too, huh? Say, you look a lot like a little punk that I once caught sneaking around there. Do you know something about what's going on? Hey, you! Stop!
Well, he's fucked. Not my problem. Listen, dude, he made his choice. He sealed his fate. I'm just gonna take these hits. That was weird. Wow, do you think they put enough fucking enemies here? Holy shit. No wheelchairs just yet. But this is the bar. So this is where we get our axe, and we're pretty much set as far as melee weapons for the rest of the game. We're going to use the axe and very rarely the pistol. I usually only use the pistol for Subway World 2 because it helps you prevent Eileen from taking a bunch of damage by those fucking enemies that pop out of the wall and swing their arms really hard. That's the only reason, really, I use the pistol in the main game. Sometimes I'll use it in the final boss just because it's fun, but... Alright, so 3750 is our code here. It's just the last 4 digits of the bar phone number. Look at this dude just chilling. Oh, get out of the fucking way. That sound is different too. It's way quieter on PC. the sound of the medallion like activating or whatever. I want to try to avoid using this because I want to stockpile it. I remember this was a real scary part on the last playthrough we did, which was like the end of the marathon, because I had basically no health and just had to hope that they didn't get close enough to kill me. And the staircase here is obnoxiously long. You have to go up like 60 different flights of stairs to get to the top. And guess what? Later on, we get to run all the way down it, too, so. Alright. It's door number 207 from my apartment building. Chaos. It has an abstract picture and says chaos. You know, Dr. Red, this game always reminds me of your pudding story. What a legendary stream that was, and the VOD is still up, too. Truly a legendary stream. He's dead, and there's nothing they can do about it. Yeah, so now Cynthia, Jasper, Andrew, and Richard are all dead. Every person we end up meeting in these worlds ends up dead. But the apartment still heals us, so we're good. Now you'll notice. It seems there's some kind of ancient native religion still active in Silent Hill. Yeah, now he says something different yet again about these photos. I hear that it's almost never sunny in Silent Hill, and people say that when the fog comes out, strange things happen. There was even a rumor that a UFO came flying right by the lighthouse. Maybe that orphanage in the forest and the cylinder-shaped prison were both somewhere in this photo, too.
Looks like another one, Captain. Got 1121 on his head. It's just like that case from 10 years ago. Yeah, that Walter Sullivan case. But Sullivan's dead. They even got the body. Must be some crazy copycat.
That's so Canadian.
Yeah.
The body.
But even so...
Copycat. I believe this is when we can start to see the haunting of his head outside the window. We actually got this on PC. It's a very rare haunting, where you can see Andrew DeSalvo's head like fall down on one side and go up the other side. Alright, so last one is going to be Apartment World. And we certainly need to make some space for this one. Don't even really need this. I mean, I'll hang on to it, but it's not really necessary. This hole, it doesn't look like a human made it. It's getting bigger and rounder, and I think I've seen this pattern before. Yeah, so we can see the halo of the sun outline, which is actually already in. When we're in these worlds, it's exactly what it looks like on the other side, so it's just starting to match that on in the apartment now. I wanted to make that a stream transition for a while, that loading screen. I don't know how I would do it though. I'd have to record it and like make a custom stinger transition probably. Maxi Lobes has one that I really love where it's just like the film grain with the quick little Maxi Lobes like found footage thing. But I wasn't able to get that to work. So now we can see Eileen ready for the party. Wearing that outfit, and she's got a bunch of makeup on and everything and lipstick and all that. So again, nice little bit of continuity. She was talking about going to the party earlier. Now she's ready to go to the party. Except it's this world now instead of, you know, what you would consider the real world.
It looks like my apartment. What the hell is this?
Yeah, it's like the voices just all play way too early in this port. I don't know why. Kind of tricky, but you actually have to go into this very, very first one here. And then go down this way and grab a couple keys, mainly the superintendent's key. This guy, is it the super? He was much younger in this picture. There's a key tape to the back of it. Alright. Now this memo is also in Silent Hill 3, but they changed the name of it. It is still written by Joseph Schreiber, but in Silent Hill 3 it was called Hope House, not Wish House. Alright, so Teaching Despair, Wish House. Wish House, an orphanage on the outskirts of Silent Hill, but behind its false image is a place where children are kidnapped and brainwashed. Wish House is managed by the Silent Hill Smile Support Society, a charity organization sometimes called 4S. It's true that 4S is a well-respected charity that takes in poor children without homes and raises them with hope, but at its heart it is a heathen organization that teaches its own warped dogma in lieu of good religious values. Mr. Smith, temp, who lives near Wish House, had this to say. Sometimes at night I can hear their weird prayers and the sounds of children crying. I went there to complain one time, but they ran me right out. Since then, it hasn't changed a bit. I noticed that's a difference. Children is in brackets, meaning in the actual article he said the sounds of them crying. And they changed it. In the US version, it just says children without the brackets. In fact, this reporter was refused admission when he attempted to take photographs in the facility. What exactly did the folks at Wish House have to hide? During my investigations, I was able to discover, however, a suspicious-looking round concrete tower which appears to be a part of their facilities. Unfortunately, no one was willing to tell us what the tower was used for, but it seems unlikely that it has anything to do with the business of raising orphans. It may in fact be a prison or a secret place of worship. The cult religion that operates Wish House is known by the locals simply as the Order. It's a religion that is deeply interwoven with Silent Hill's history, but its worshippers' fervent belief that they are among the elite chosen people has a dark and dangerous side. I intend to continue my investigation of Wish House and the cult behind it. I've always believed that telling the whole truth and showing the children the true path is our most important duty. Joseph Schreiber. Favorite way to eat chicken? Either just straight up shredded or fried. But baked is very good as well. Or roasted. However you want to phrase it. Whoa, it's so fucking laggy. Holy shit. It's locked. There's a scrap of red paper under the door. This is the same way they show up under my door. It's locked. What was that guy doing here? Could he be the next victim? Or could it be... God, Henry is such a dumbass sometimes in this game.
I got this from Miss Galvin a long, long time ago. She was younger than me back then.
And it sucks because I can't have rice, but chicken and rice also used to be one of my favorites.
Holding her mother's hand.
Just some good old minute rice, you know? That's all you really need.
I'll give it to you.
You don't have to take this. There's no point in taking it. It's just a complete red herring. Yeah, the charge on this is, I believe, identical to the US version. It's definitely not faster. Alright, so the superintendent's room gives us the key ring so we can get into every other apartment except for 303. So we will still need to find the key to 303. It's a diary. The red box seems even stranger today. It's giving off a terrible smell. It's disgusting, but I just can't throw it away. It must have been around 30 years ago. That young couple was living in the apartment, but one day they just suddenly disappeared. Ran off just like thieves in the night. I don't know why. It must have been money troubles, or maybe they got themselves into some kind of danger. The problem came after that. They left their newborn baby when they took off. I even found the umbilical cord. I called the ambulance right away, and I heard the baby survived, but I don't know what happened to him. Although a few years later, I often saw a young kid hanging around the apartment. One day he just stopped coming by, but now that I think of it, I'll bet he was that abandoned baby. It's a horrible story. That all happened in room 302, and the umbilical cord I found there, well, I still can't get myself to throw it away. This fucking guy is hoarding an umbilical cord from 30 years ago in his room. What a freak. It's right here, by the way. It's a red box. Man, this thing really stinks. It's practically bringing tears to my eyes. That's got to be one of the weirdest fucking plot points in any Silent Hill game. Alright, so now we can freely explore all the other apartments. The only reason I'm doing this is because I want to pick up more healing items and stuff. But obviously it is not necessary. But there is some good shit, like this. Oh, what's this? Oh, it's a nurse. That's a nurse's uniform. The name on it says Rachel. Yeah, this guy's got a bunch of speaker and audio equipment in us. Eat fish? I like it just pan-fried, honestly. If it's been, you know, filleted and deboned properly, just cooking it in a super, super hot pan, I think is fucking amazing. Get that crisp on top, you know? Untouchable. This is another part of the game that can be very cryptic. Damn, that vibration is kind of crazy, though. Oh, the double. This stomp should kill more than one. What the? They're multiplying, dude. Get them out of here. Yeah, this is a part of the game that can feel very cryptic to first-time players because every other apartment, if you check the fridge, you can't open the fridge, but the one apartment you need is the only one that lets you search inside the fridge. So every other one, he'll say this, or just nothing. Yeah, you press circle, it does nothing. But then you get to one particular apartment that has a bunch of those like leech-looking things around the fridge, and that's the one and only apartment you can look inside the fridge. It's also the only one you need. So I do see a lot of times on a first playthrough you can get stuck here for a while. I never claimed that it was a perfect game. I think it has more beginner's traps than the other ones, certainly, and it's a little more vague and cryptic. So, you know, you gotta take the good with the bad. It is what it is. Yeah, this is the one. So when you see all this, this is the one and only apartment we can check the fridge in. Very annoying. It smells terrible. Open it up. Why not? Great idea. It's wrapped up in these torn, bloody jeans. It's the body of a dead cat. There's a torn red paper in one of the pockets. I'll stick it under room 302's door. SH4 reminds me a lot of RE0. The graphics are kind of similar, and it looks like it would be annoying on a first play, but the more you learn, the funner it is. Most people who criticize Zero barely made it past the train, and not even made it past the mansion. Like, let the game cook a while. Yeah. And Zero, I think, is... Zero is one of those annoying cases where everybody just hyper-obsesses over the inventory system. But the reality is, you can drop items and pick them up whenever the fuck you need, so it's not like it's much of a limiter. I just use the main, like... the main hall as like my my item box, you know? It's not even that big of a deal. Well, I'm basically almost dead, so I might have to use this. I think I can only take one more hit. Unless there's a heal in here, which I don't believe there is. God dang it. I really didn't want to have to do that, but it is what it is. I really need to save that for the second half of the game, that first aid kit, but I can't get back to the apartments and I really don't want to die here, so. Yep, that would have been the death of me if I didn't use that right when I did. In fact, I may not survive anyway, now that I really think about it. Okay, well, we're good now because I can go back to the apartment, but that's the definition of 1 HP. Look at that shit. Apartment still heals us for right now, so we're alright. But that was way too close for comfort. It was freaking bullcrap that they tried to do that to me, dude. Alright, so now we just heal. But no, absolutely. I think RE0 is a very overhated game, and everybody just basically uses the same talking points, which, you know, it is what it is. Kind of annoying, but... What the hell is this? The dryer sprayed blood all over the place. Alright, so we're just gonna heal. And then we'll head back. The actual problem with RE0 is just how slow it can be at times. It has more doors than any other RE game ever, and of course you have to watch the slow animation every time, which at the time felt really dated. You have to manage 2 characters, 2 inventories, so you're constantly switching items, reloading yourself and your partner. The item conveyor belts are slower than Christmas, and no item box also makes it feel slow because you have to drop and pick up items every 5 seconds. Yeah, it's not perfect. Certainly it has its issues, but I just feel like every single person that criticizes it, they just say the same thing. Oh, there's no item box. Like, yeah, you can use any... It actually is almost more convenient that way because you can use any area as your item box. You're not limited to where they're actually located, you know, in the save rooms. Switching characters feels slow. The game is 3.5 to 4 hours long, yet it feels like 8 hours. I love the game, but it feels slow as heck sometimes. Yeah. I figured out the riddle behind the numbers. 01121 is actually 1 out of 21, so Walter was planning on killing 21 people, but he never finished the job. He was convicted for the murders of Billy and Miriam Locane, the 7th and 8th victims. Afterwards, he committed suicide in his jail cell. The grisly mass murder of 10 people shocked the world and came to be known as the Walter Sullivan case. There are 2 big puzzles here. The first is, what was the motive for the murders? The second is, why did he kill himself before completing his task? Was he simply insane? May 2nd. Alright, so let's head back and finish up Apartment World. Oh, this sound. You know, Dr. Red, I know me and you have talked about this before, but don't certain games just feel like home? This is certainly one of those for me, man. This game, I just feel like I know a ton about it, but at the same time, it's just very comfortable to play. I could stream this game every single day, and I wouldn't have much of an issue with it for months, you know what I mean? There's just something very relaxing about it. We got this little... I gotta be careful. My medallion doesn't have a lot of spirit power left on it. A bloodstained shirt. There's a torn red paper in the pocket. Give me that shit. Out of my way. This one's relatively safe. The dogs are very dangerous because they can attack so quick and they do a ton of damage. Ghosts are okay as long as you've got a medallion. Even if you don't, they're easy enough to dodge. That's another very big complaint about this game is like the ghosts are fucking annoying because you can't kill them. And that's fair. But they're not like a nightmare to dodge or anything. Yeah, if you get grabbed, you're going to take a ton of damage. But, I mean, shit happens anyway. It's fine. Yeah, so that's the sound of a ghost portaling. He's venting. He's venting. Amigus. Okay. So I'm done exploring around. Let's just go ahead and finish this up here. Yeah, dude, Alien Isolation. And remember, I played Alien Isolation on the second highest difficulty. Because it was the one that when I booted up the game, it said this is the intended difficulty. So I was like, okay, if that's the intended difficulty, I'm going to play that. Normal was considered too easy. So I forget if it was called Nightmare or what, but yeah, I played it on hard. I didn't play it on the toughest one because I hear that's like virtually impossible for a new player, but yeah, you remember, dude, I died a shit ton in that playthrough. I died so many times, my god, especially in the medical bay area. I remember dying a ton. Alright, so now when we go back to our apartment, we'll actually be able to read these the same way that we have the whole game, so... Whatever. Remember your Village of Shadows playthrough was like a 78 or 79 deaths or something? Possibly more than that. There were a few. A couple deaths, that's for sure. All right. So now those red pages are under here. Oh yeah, I had a really wicked headache that day and just collapsed on the bed. Maybe if I look near the bed in my room, 302's bedroom, I'll find it. I get headaches every day now. It's terrible. What am I going to do? And then, it's so bloody it's hard to read. Rachel, love you always. Watching window, protect you with love, Mike. Not creepy at all. Watching window. Oh, shit. Village of Shadows was hell. I want to note it was also new game Village of Shadows. Instead of using busted weapons as Capcom intended, my brain aneurysm soylent self did a new game run. Actual nightmare, actual freaking nightmare. Yeah, no, if I do a Village of Shadows run, I'm going to do it new game as well, because there's no challenge on New Game Plus. New Game Plus is just, you yeah, you got the best of everything and all your weapons are fully upgraded and shit. Like, there's nothing cool about that. It actually feels fun to do a playthrough without the busted weapons, you know? Oh, fuck me. I didn't even get the key. So dumb. I needed to go to the bedroom and get the key. Fuck me, man. We didn't even get a warranty on it. What an asshole. Somebody went in the GoXLR Discord and said, hey, I need help. For some reason, I can't use my mic to talk. I'm using a Shure SM7B. And somebody responded and said, I use my mouth to talk. What an asshole. The actual Reddit response, dude. What an ass. Ooh, it's the motto. Boom, 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 boom. God, why is that song still fucking stuck in my head, dude? I can't get it out of my melon. This is one of the best songs that's not on the soundtrack, is when we go in here.
Thanks. Did you find your mommy? This place? It's dangerous. You need to hurry. Get out of here.
Yeah, that right there, that would be an amazing stream transition. I gotta find a way to do it, dude. I might actually just go insane about it and record it all on my own and like make it. Because, hey, it's a new year. I've been using the Silent Hill Fog transition for a while. I'd like to use something different. You can even make a sound effect to go with it too, but I'd have to probably watch a toot. Once I make it past Castle Domitresk, you'll be good. At that point in the game, you're just so weak. You low-key don't have enough ammo to do it. I had to crawl around the castle, fiending for the tiniest bits of loot to try and make it. And almost lost my mind, but if you can beat that Soylent vampire chick, you're set. House Beneviento is the same as any other difficulty. Moreau has a cheese strat. Heisenberg, though annoying, is more than manageable. And Miranda is just an easier Domitresk, yeah. I have been on record saying this, dude, but I really wish that Village was like primarily the castle. If it just took place in like an absolutely absurdly huge castle, I think that would have been cooler. I didn't think anything of it when I took the picture, but now it gives me a seriously creepy feeling. Maybe it's just my nerves playing tricks on me, but this photo gives me a weird feeling. Maybe it's my imagination, but I get that weird feeling looking at this photo too. Maybe it's just my imagination, but I feel something like fear coming from this photo. Yeah, now we're starting to get this too. What's this? Which, as we know from the prologue, is when shit started to go south. There's a scrap of red paper stuck here. I don't think I can protect myself. He's truly insane. I can't hold on any longer. His power can't be measured. I was so scared today that I sealed off the back of the storage room. I wonder if Eileen Galvin is okay. She has no idea what's going on, but she's in danger nevertheless. There's some kind of strange paper stuck in here. Succubus talisman card with some kind of frightening demon on it. Dude, people have been really loving the Nightmare Fuel segments lately, too. I've been getting requests for those in DMs. They're like, oh, bro, we should do some more Nightmare Fuel tonight. I'm like, I can do it probably 2 times a week, but if I did it every single night, it probably would actually make it tough for me to sleep. So, you know, like, I'm not infallible. Yeah, I'm more desensitized to that, but true crime stuff still gets me like it would anybody else. So I can't be doing it every single night. But, you know, I can do a couple segments like Mondays and Wednesdays. I can do it. And we're good. So if we try to go back this way, you'll see it's actually sealed up now. The hole's blocked. Yeah, I agree. The castle was the best part by far. After that, most of the fun is bosses and treasure hunting. The actual level design takes a big slide down. House Beneviento, though awesome, gets old on multiple playthroughs. The Reservoir is boring until you fight Moreau. The Stronghold is boring until you get to Urias. And Heisenberg Factory, though good, feels off topic and can't touch the castle. Heisenberg boss is goated, though. Miranda's an awesome boss, too. I like the boss arenas. I just think the dialogue is a little bit stilted and weird in those sections. Hang on, I was going to check something really quick. All right. So we have all this. Get rid of the pistol. All right, so now if we look, it's some kind of stain. Come to think of it, it also looks like an evil demon. So we're going to use this. What the hell? After he did the ritual of the Holy Assumption, other worlds began to force their way into his universe, and it began to swell horribly. But his universe is different than ours. It has limits. And in the limits of that universe, he rules as a king. And in the deepest part of his kingdom is his mother. All right, so we're going to take these and match them to the 4 placards here. The hole, where will it lead to this time? Eileen, I wonder if she's okay. Let's go ahead and save first. Nothing insulting you and yapping with a speaker throughout the entire factory was silly. Oh, Heisenberg insulting you. Like, they want to do more with the character, but like, just give him another cutscene or 2 and make him show up a couple more times. Yeah, it's like, it's like they tried to make him almost like comedy, like comedic relief, especially in the boss fight when he's like making meme references. It just kind of fell flat for me. I wasn't really a fan of it, you know? That's why you know, and most everybody knows, that I much prefer 7 for that reason, because 7, while it's more linear and it's got less going on, it just is a more highly detailed, polished game, and it's more enjoyable for me. I honestly, you know, I'm not really a fan of games with like weapon upgrades per se. I kind of prefer to just find my weapons and they just stay the same throughout the game. That's one thing that kind of annoyed me about BioShock. As much as I fucking love BioShock 1 and I think it's one of the best first-person shooters ever made, I don't really think that's debatable either. I don't like the weapon upgrade system. They have to like take a million photos of different splicers and all this other shit to like get your upgrades, and then you got to pay a ton of money to upgrade your weapons. Like, that just kind of annoyed me. I would have rather just found my shit and had it stay the same the whole game. Look, this body's Claudia. You can see it for like half a second. Right there. There's no doubt that it's her, but we just don't know what the hell he's doing with it. Wow, it gets so laggy here, I always forget. I don't think the original console version is this laggy. But, you know, PS2 is a notoriously weird, architecturally, it's a very weird console. And so, it's not the easiest thing in the world to emulate. And that's why PCSX2 took so many years to get to where it is as far as being a really competent emulator. Now, these games run on some type of custom internal, like Sony emulator that they themselves developed. So obviously, some of them are better and more accurate, but yeah, PS2 in general is just a weird console to emulate because the hardware is so, you know, application specific. I lost Eileen Galvin's hospital room key. She was a patient brought in with severe injuries. I wonder if I left it in one of the other hospital rooms. I really hope not. Alright, one of the best songs in the game right here. It's called Fortunate Sleep. No One Disturb Her Dead. I always turn it up for this. This is my favorite song in the whole soundtrack. There are a lot of photos pinned up on the board. Can these be Eileen's pictures? Now, there are some heals over here, but then oddly, there's this paper cutter, this box cutter. I don't know what the purpose of this is, but it's a terrible weapon, so I don't bother with it. I genuinely have no idea why they even put it here. But this room here is good because this has an ampule in it. And an ampule is an instant full heal, so I save this for the final boss. Every time. We're not going to pick this up. It's a weapon you can give to Eileen, so we want to immediately charge once we come in here, because we're going to get ambushed by these two. This should be a double. Perfect. That's exactly what we want. Double stomp. That could not have worked out better. Yeah, right. And then once we can walk through their bodies, we know they're dead. So good to go there. And we're just going to grab this. Make sure we do not fucking use it. I'm not even going to hover over it. This is a gurney model from Silent Hill 3. They copied and pasted a few models from Silent Hill 3, but they did it in kind of an intelligent way where you can't necessarily tell that that's what it is. You can pick this up. If we give it to Eileen, she'll use it as a weapon. But I don't do that because if you do, then she'll stay behind and fight enemies when you really want her to just follow you. So this board here, this whiteboard is actually from Silent Hill 2. It's the one that gives you the puzzle for the third floor patient wing. It's a baby's medical chart. So they borrowed a few assets from both games. It makes sense. I mean, we're in a hospital. Why remake assets from scratch if you already have them made, you know? I'm not going to knock them for that. I don't have a medallion, so I'm going to have to be careful here. Now, this part of the game is very annoying because it's randomized. Eileen is in a certain room, and the key to her room is in a certain room, but it's completely random. There's 11, I believe, rooms on both sides, and where it is completely random. There's no way of manipulating it, no way of knowing for sure what it is. You just gotta deal with whatever luck you get. So you're either going to get shit luck and have to go all the way to the end, or get pretty decent luck and the key's right here, so. Not bad. And speedrunners have tried, like, a whole bunch of different methods. Apparently there's literally no way to manipulate this. So, what the hell? I can see legs coming out from the bottom of the cloth. I go to all the rooms anyway, because first of all, I ain't speedrunning. And second of all, I like some of these rooms and they have useful things in them, like these health drinks. Some of them also have just really nice and really disturbing imagery. So I like to explore all of them no matter what. Oh, the candle's nice. Dried up flowers. Ghost chairs, yeah. Yeah, speedruns can be fun. I mean, I'm not gonna knock speedruns. They're really fun to watch, and you know, they have value in the sense that they give you a whole new way to experience one of your favorite games, but you know, just me personally, I've never really identified with, you know, that type of content. Speedrunning to me feels like you're unnecessarily stressing yourself in the way that you want to play your favorite game, you know? When I play games, I like to take my time and really go in depth as far as the story and the writing and all these different things. I don't necessarily want to just speed through everything and mash through cutscenes. That said, I love watching it. Absolutely love watching speedruns. Yeah, so tons of ammo, tons of health. That's why I end up going to all these rooms anyway. We should be running into Eileen any second now, because she's got to be in one of these. Okay, so she's here. If this were a speed run, I would have certainly reset over that, because that's horrible luck. It's like L2, L9 or something like that. Yeah, this is one of my favorite rooms in the game right here, too. Look at that. There's a nice soft afternoon light coming in from the window. Is time flowing differently here, or is this some kind of light from heaven? I'm going to screenshot that. I love that shot there. Just see the glowing light coming in. Alright, and then just a couple more. See if there's any more health or ammo for us to yoink. I'm not going to bother fighting these two. Oh yeah, this room too. Her eyes track you. He's just got nothing to say. Alright, last two. That terrible smell. What's behind this cloth? Alright, last one. Yeah, just golf clubs. I can see someone on the other side of the wire net, but they're not moving. Is it a dead body? Okay, so these golf clubs, I don't know if they really do anything in particular, but you can pick them up. They're breakable weapons, and there's like a whole golf club set laying around. I don't really understand why, but they're there. If you really want to just collect them all, you can do that, but not really much of a point. Alright, so here's Eileen. Severely injured, but not dead.
Eileen, relax.
Henry? From next door. What are you doing here?
This song is called Drops of Shame, by the way.
There was this strange hole in my room. I saw people getting killed. All these weird other worlds. And I saw you get attacked too.
What are you talking about? I'm supposed to believe that?
But it's true. And there was a kid with you.
Yeah, he actually kind of does, though. When I first played this, I thought that's what the plot twist was going to be, was that he was actually the murderer.
The boy protected me from the man with the coat.
That would have been a hell of a twist, dude. But Silent Hill doesn't do, like, twist endings like that, really. Not even Silent Hill 2. Because the twist is revealed before the ending happens.
do know that if you get killed here,
Well, that's special.
you die in the real world.
He's so reassuring here. Appreciate that.
Anyway, the only way out of here is through that hole.
Okay. Okay, take me with you.
She's obviously on edge, on frayed nerves, and he tells her, if you die in here, you're dead. Oh. Well, way to reassure her, Henry. Jesus, what's up, Red Pyramid 10? That was so loud. I always forget how loud those sound effects are. I should probably go in and tweak that, but what's up, dude? Alright, I'm gonna charge it up. When they get close, he'll automatically. This should be not. What the fuck? He didn't swing. Swing, you fucking dumbass. Okay. Double stomp. Oh my god. Oh, what? Oh my. This is so fucking stupid, dude. This should still be a double swing. Okay. Two stomps. Okay, one hop this time. Three stomps, really? Usually they only take two. Yeah, they're dead. Yep. They did. What are you up to, Red Pyramid 10? I feel like we had a Red Pyramid name a long time ago, and it was one of Dr. Red's alts. Not making any claims, of course, but I do remember that. Dude, swing, you fucking... I hear the other one stomping around. I know it's around here somewhere. You gave up those days? That's fair. I used to do trolling like that too. I definitely have like an alternate Twitch account that I haven't touched in years because I would occasionally come in as different people and just act like a dickhead. This was when I was like 15. No, this was when I was like 17, 18 though. So I actually was a dumbass at that time. Scientifically, I was a dumbass at that time. Yeah, so officially the apartment no longer heals us. So actually, I think that might be after. That might be after this. But yeah, we wake up in our bed. Eileen is not with us. Okay, yeah, it is now. So the apartment no longer heals us officially now. But that's okay, because we just got a lot of healing items. The air in this room feels heavy. We got 2 health drinks, an ampule, and a first aid kit. So let's stockpile all of this shit. And this, and this, and this, and this. So yeah, look at our stockpile. We've got 8 bullets, 64 bullets. Richard's revolver when we do find it. We'll have 6 bullets for that. Holy candle, sword, and a medallion. 4 health drinks, 1 ampule, 1 first aid kit. So we're really, really solid on healing items and ammo right now. It's a red envelope. There's a letter and a small key inside. You've seen that world as well, that horrible nightmare. But if you get sucked into it, it's not just a nightmare. Don't get lost in there. If you get pulled in, you'll be killed. But there's still hope. Maybe this small key will guide you. If you've seen the door with the placard set in it, look on the other side of that door, then keep going down to the deepest part of him and look for the ultimate truth. July 20th, Joseph. Small but ordinary key found in the red envelope. After getting some hooligans in my chat, I was like, you know what? Trying to be mean or not trolling is just annoying to deal with. Yeah, I mean it is, but... Alright, Walter Sullivan did kill himself. He died in his prison cell of blood loss after he stabbed himself in the neck with his spoon. His body was buried in a cemetery just outside his hometown of Silent Hill in an unmarked grave. After that, his name became famous all over the world, and it made it look like his string of mass murders was finished at 10 out of 21. But 3 years later, they found a corpse that had 12 out of 21 carved into it. That corpse was from 6 months earlier. In other words, the person was killed 2.5 years after Sullivan committed suicide. The MO was exactly the same as Sullivan's, except for one thing. All 10 of Sullivan's victims were found with their hearts cut out and their chest wounds sewn together expertly with thread. On the other hand, the 12 out of 21 victims still had their heart. Naturally, the police think it's a copycat and are proceeding on that basis, but they haven't made any progress and recently discovered victim number 13. The corpse also had their heart intact. The police still haven't even identified a suspect. I've got a working hypothesis. Very few people knew the details of the original crimes and would be able to copy Sullivan's MO so precisely. First, I'll head to Silent Hill, to the graveyard near that beautiful little lake. Maybe I'll find the answer there. June 11th. I really like this part because, yeah, even though it's kind of lazy, it doesn't show you. It kind of lets you picture, you know, Joseph going to Silent Hill instead of just giving you like some type of flashback cutscene. I think a flashback cutscene would have been a lot worse. How long has it been since I left this room? I can't tell if it's been days or hours. But during that time, they found the body of 14 out of 21. I've been having hallucinations lately. I think I'm losing my mind. No date written. The weather that day was very strange. Even though I avoided the earlier storm, there was still a thick fog clinging to everything. Fortunately, that allowed me to avoid being seen and get right to work. The police are still stubbornly acting as if it's just a copycat case, so I figured things probably hadn't been touched here, but I was wrong. I should have come sooner. The cemetery was in such bad condition that it was almost sad. The storm must have raised the sea level. Anyway, that's how it was when I found Walter Sullivan's grave. The diary is pretty damaged around this point and I can't read anymore. I'm still in shock. There was no body in the grave, and on top of that, written on the coffin were the numbers 11 out of 21. Yeah, it's kind of like a Nightmare on Elm Street situation, you know, it's a dream world with an all-powerful, like, architect of the world. But wasn't the whole crux of Nightmare on Elm Street that he took advantage of people's fears? Kind of like an It situation, you know? The first one of those movies is still legendary, though, for real.
Henry.
Have you been here the whole time?
Yeah? And I didn't see any holes.
I think he's just a demon, though. You look it up, it just says Dream Demon. Yeah.
I can't stay here by myself. I'll be cursed. I know it. What am I gonna do?
You can see that 20 out of 21 carved into her back. That's fucked up.
Do you know about someone named Joseph?
Yeah. He was the guy who lived in your apartment before you. I think he was a journalist or something. He disappeared about 6 months before you moved in. But toward the end, he started acting really weird.
Yeah. He was doing an investigation about a religious cult and a man named Walter Sullivan.
I know, man. I fucking love this soundtrack so much.
Letter from him. He told me to go down into the deepest part of him, and to look for the ultimate truth. Let's do that. There must be something down there.
And you know what's interesting? This cutscene is perfectly synced up. Like, perfectly. No issues.
Okay. I'll do it. You're the only chance I've got.
So why is this one good, but the rest of them are fucked up?
Stick with you.
That's why I say this is a perfectly serviceable port. Like, yeah, it has some issues, but for the most part, it's fine. Alright, we already killed these two, so we're good. Look, you can see these bodies crunched up in the gears. Boom, bump, bonk, bonk, bump, bump, bump. Super laggy again. Okay, so we're gonna need to kill these. Very fucking bizarre, because as they fall down, they keep burping. Every step that they fall, it's fucking so weird. We don't necessarily... Oh, actually, that was good luck, because now I might be able to get a double swing here. Yes, got it. And then stomp this one, charge again. She's gonna start swinging, that's alright. Got it. Double. Nice. Dude, that was such good luck. This part's kind of laggy, so it's tough to navigate, but as long as you get good stomps in, you're good. So they're dead. Let's go. If you can walk through the corpses freely, they're dead. Yeah, that went way better than it has on PC, that's for sure. Ever downward. Alright, so now we are literally going down to the deepest part of him to look for the ultimate truth. This is one of the most Silent Hill looking areas in the whole game. Like, look at that. The floating mannequin corpses. And the thick fog. The only other time that has fog this thick is the outside of Water Prison World. Like, look at this. You can barely see anything. It's obscuring the whole screen. Rev 2 has a spot almost identical, just without the fog. Dude, those fucking Revelations games are so hilarious to me. That ending with like the slow-mo RPG was insane. And Barry just baiting the fucking enemy the whole time. He could have easily escaped, but he just decided he had to do a slow-mo walk toward the final boss before anything like that happened. Okay, so at this point, you can see the apartment has a little bit of like a dream-like haze. Whenever you see that haze, you know that there's a haunting going on. And to exorcise the demons that are causing these hauntings, we have to use these holy candles. So I'm going to pull one of these out. And basically you're going to place them in different areas in the apartment to fix it. If you take damage, that's how you know a haunting is active. So right here. The bad feeling is getting weaker. It must be this candle. So the clock is possessed right here. And as this candle burns, you'll see that the haunting gets fixed. There we go. So now that haunting is gone and we're good to go. The clock has stopped. How much time has passed since this room started going crazy and the hole appeared? So basically, to get the best possible ending in this game, we have to exorcise at least 80% of the hauntings that occur in the apartment. So from here on out, not only does the apartment not heal us, but it also damages us actively. If there's a haunting going on, we're going to take damage, and that's why the game really gets difficult here. So we have to make sure that Eileen is not far enough behind that she takes a bunch of damage, and we have to really manage our health and ammo conservatively for the rest of the game. So this is when the difficulty really spikes, especially on hard mode like we're playing now. So I low-key love Rev 2. Yeah, no, those Revelations games look cool for sure. Now, Eileen can't actually die, but the more damage she takes, she does get more possessed. And you can actually use the candles to heal her, but we want to avoid having to do that because, of course, we need them for the apartment. So that's why it's super crucial. We're going to actually use a couple of spots where you're not supposed to be able to leave her behind. We're going to shove her into a corner and then just run around her really quick. And if we get enough distance between us and her, we can actually leave her in safe areas where we're not supposed to be able to do that. So it's a very, very useful method. I'll also show a little trick in Subway World where if you wait for Cynthia to basically portal to a different area, you can also leave her where the Lynch and King Street lines are, and she won't take damage there. So it makes your life in Subway World way easier. Okay, so we don't want to get too far. Okay, I saw it right there. Alright, so we're good here. Yeah, so if you leave her in an area where enemies are, even if they're not actively attacking her, depending on how long you leave her there, she'll take a ton of damage. And you know that she's taking a lot of damage when she starts to chant random things, like that Walter would have been saying, or the cult.
I wonder if Joseph is still alive.
When she's talking as herself like that, it's fine. But when she starts to say things like, "Where's mommy?" and, you know, really weird shit like that, that's how you know she's getting possessed. There's a trophy for 100 online matches, and I know damn well the community's dead. Dude, did you see the thing about Concord? In Concord, because people knew the game was dying, they started like throwing themselves off of cliffs to try to get like kill achievements for each other before the game shut down, because it was so fast. Like everybody was rushing online to try to boost each other's achievements and get them before the game shut down. There's a letter and a toy key inside. Mommy, I'll give you this, so please wake up soon. It's inside my toy train. A toy-shaped plastic kid's toy. Or a key-shaped plastic kid's toy. I've found 2 mysterious and powerful artifacts that seem to be very effective for evading the ghost victims, the Holy Candle and the Saint Medallion. Not only are they effective against the ghost victims in the other world, they also seem to prevent them from invading my room. Just light the candle near where they're coming in and its holy power is activated. The Saint Medallion seems to repel unholy energy when it's worn or equipped. I'm starting to gain some hope. Yeah, it is insane. Yeah, so you notice the apartment doesn't have that haze around it now. So that's how we know there's no active hauntings, but there's a lot. There's like hauntings, there's like shoes. Oh shit, never mind. Yeah, we got the shoe one. Yeah, the shoes will move around and leave bloody footprints, and I actually just got a candle, so let's go ahead and use that. That's actually a really rare one to get the shoes, but they should basically pop back into their original spot here in a second. Yep. Another one, you'll see like blood coming out of the peephole here. You'll see a dead cat in the fridge, actually. Hey, no problem, Dr. Red. Appreciate you hanging out as always, man. Have a good one. And then a really rare one is you'll see Andrew DeSalvo's decapitated head falling under this window and then falling upward on the right side. I actually have a clip of it. It's super, super rare. And you notice now the saves say Subway second time. This is another one of the biggest bits of criticism about this game, is that the second half basically has you revisiting all the worlds of the first half. So Subway, Forest, Water, Prison, Building. Originally there were supposed to be way more worlds in the game, but development was rushed, and so they just decided to reuse the same worlds and just like reorient the key items and the way that you progress past them. So it definitely is a little annoying, but it is what it is. And the second time, we will also see the ghost victims of the characters we've met, like Cynthia, Jasper, Richard. This is a very Ringu cutscene here. Very Japanese. I'll show a really interesting trick here, though. I actually learned it from speedrunners, but it's very useful in a casual playthrough as well. I fucked up. I don't have the coins. I just realized that I can't even do it. I have to run back and get the coins now. I don't know if it's gonna work. Okay, so we got Ghost Cynthia now. We have to run back. Okay, she came with us. Okay. Should still work, but basically what you do is you go through the turnstiles and you're going to run to the very, very bottom of the staircase. And when you run to the bottom of the staircase, you'll hear a sound, and the sound is of Cynthia teleporting elsewhere in the subway. If you hear that sound, then you can actually safely leave Eileen in that top area with the turnstiles, because there's no enemies there anymore if Cynthia portals out. So yeah, it actually saves you a ton of time because you don't have to take her down to the fucking actual train stations with you and everything. But, with that being said, I am actually going to go ahead and call it for tonight. I'm going to do some more work. I will definitely stream again this weekend, though. We'll probably finish the game tonight. I believe it's not quite after midnight just yet, but we'll finish the game tomorrow night and do the second half. I'm going to work a little bit more with that audio engineer I met in like an hour, and we're going to, work on my audio some more and see what we can do. But if anybody wants to join the Discord, here's the link for it. It's also below the stream. We've got about 80, pushing 90 people in there now, so. But yeah, gonna go ahead and break the chains on, hey, room 302, it's right there. We're gonna, you know what, let me line it up. Let's break these chains in 3, 2, 1.